Hey folks, Goofmaster79 coming at you with another video review. Today we are looking at the FA78-1 Full Armor Gundam. This is from the American release line. It is one of the later releases in the carded figure line, and it had the red card backing and everything, which in itself makes it pretty rare actually among the American market. The only time I've ever seen an American release Full Armor Gundam for sale is the time I bought it. So, and it wasn't even on eBay. So I got it from a good friend of mine. But this is still a very cool figure, and if you're fortunate enough to find one or own one, you will certainly agree with me that it is indeed an awesome figure. I forget what series he appears in, but I do know that he ends up fighting Johnny Ridden in his high mobility Zaku and all that funny business. But anyway, onto the figure itself. Move that out of the way. He can clearly tell right off the bat that this is a slight retool and repaint of the RX-78 that comes with the G-Fighter set, the version 1.5 or version 2 or whatever you want to call it. Just slightly retooled, like the shoulders and the feet. But other than that, it's the exact same figure. I mean, it still has the notches if you wanted to attach it to the G-Fighter. It doesn't come with the regular RX-78 backpack, however. The gun backpack plugs in there instead. Oops, there goes his rifle. Anyway, I'll take those out of his hands. Well, real quick, you can see that he comes with... one quick note is that this guy actually comes with all the exact same accessories that the Japanese version comes with, like including all of the extra hands and everything. I do have a Japanese version that's still boxed that I'll show you later in the review, but for now you can see. Ooh, and oh my gosh, this right here, this is what all Gundams who have shields should be able to do. Have it hooked to the arm and holding on to the handle. You would not believe how much it bugs me with like the GM Cannon 2. I can't even think. So many other Gundam figures, and if you collect MSIAs, you will know what I'm talking about. You can't have them attached to the forearm as well as holding the handle at the same time to give it that extra stability. So this is just, I love that. I love it, love it, love it. So, but enough of that for now. Let me show you his articulation quickly. He has a ball-jointed neck, swivel waist, ball-jointed shoulders, single hinge elbows that will swivel at the bicep. He has swivel wrists, ball-jointed hips, single joint knees, and ball-jointed ankles with a swivel sort of, if you can see that in there, it's like a swivel and then the foot is on a ball joint. And these little armor pieces will swivel as well. And the only other articulation really that he adds is from his backpack, which I'll show you, that just has the little thrusters on tiny little swivel joints. But anyway, this is the figure itself without all the armor on. Let's see if it'll focus. There you go. Pretty cool figure. I don't think that there's any variances in the numbers on his shoulder here. The Japanese version does not have little numbers on his shoulder, but then again, who knows. And he does look rather silly with his big old feet on without all the extra armor on when he's just like in this naked mode. But other than that, I have no complaints. And it's not even really a complaint, it's just pointing out. So to go ahead and put all this guy's armor on, let me just get it all out here. That is all his armor. It's a big pile of plastic, which, I mean, who can honestly complain about? But real quick, I'll let you guys know he does come with 2 closed fists, 2 trigger finger hands, and 2 open hands. So to start off, I like to start from the bottom up. He comes with these 2 leg attachments. Simply split them in half, like so. Go ahead and attach them. They just kind of click together, and they stay together pretty well, surprisingly. I thought when I was buying this Gundam originally, I'm like, oh man, these pieces are going to fall off. But hopefully, you know, it'll stay on. And as my luck would have it, they do stay on rather well. It's like the Alex Gundam with the parts on that. It stays on pretty well. So As you can see, now he's just got big pants, or big baggy MC Hammer jeans, because you can in fact not touch this. Anyway, moving on to the waist, it comes with this big waist piece that goes on the front. If you look down in here, there's a little tab that'll tab into his crotch. It uses a lot of the same like peg holes and stuff like that that the RX-78 used to attach with the G-Fighter, which is very clever and handy. On the back here, oh, I just realized that wasn't in the camera. On the back, there's another 2 peg holes. This is originally where the rocket launcher would go, and I think that hole is actually slightly larger. I'm not sure, but take this piece. You can see the little tabs. Just go ahead and push that up in there. As you can see, the whole lower torso is starting to take shape now, and the big old feet don't look as ridiculous. Go ahead and pop his hands off to put the wrist armor on. You can see that each one has a hole on one side and then these 2 plates. You want to line it up so that the 2 plates are on top and then the holes on the side. So you can slide that over and you can still put a shield on, which is pretty ingenious if you ask me. Now it's pretty hard to get his hands back on because they don't always want to go back on, because if you're gripping it by right here, you're pushing the plate off, which is messing with the hand, which is, yeah, lots of headaches and whatnot. Go ahead and attach the other one here. Just slides on. I wish you could take it off at the elbow, but there's a lip of plastic right here that keeps it from sliding up, which in itself is pretty ingenious, which I can't really complain. So go ahead and pop his wrist back on. And all we have left is the arms and shoulders, I believe. So go ahead and put his backpack here on. It just plugs into the 3 holes there. And like I said earlier, I think I said this, he has the little jet packs that are on little tiny swivels. Go ahead and attach his chest piece. It just attaches to these 2 peg holes up here. And there you're almost done. Take his little armor plate here. This will attach to the shield peg in his arm. And then lastly, this is a really cool gun. I really like this. This attaches to the peg hole, and then he holds on to this gun in the same hand. Well, it's not really a gun, it's like the aiming sight camera for the gun itself. So go ahead and just finagle his hand into there. And I think that's pretty ingenious with the camera and the giant guns. But anyway, here's the figure itself. You can see he looks a lot beefier. You can tell he definitely ate his vegetables as a child, which all you kids should do. You should eat your vegetables and listen to your parents. Anyway, go ahead and give you a nice close-up. As you can see, he's got the camera coming over his shoulder. Nice armor here on the waist and legs. Nice detailing. I really like this gun. I wish they could just, I could get some like RX-78 colored ones and attach it to some RX-78s, but alas, you can't. Backpack is pretty detailed, like I said. This does swivel, and it kind of goes left and right, but not a whole lot. You can see it's cut at the joint right there, so it does kind of move left and right. So, little swivel backpack thrusters. Little shield, Earth Force Space Federation, or Earth Federation Space Force, or I forget which one it is now. Anyway, yeah, he retains all the same articulation. It does, the armor doesn't really hinder it that too much, if at all. The only way I could see it hindering it maybe is not even. He still retains all the articulation now that I'm thinking about it. So, I mean, you can't really have him hold the shield anymore, but, I mean, you could if you took this off, but, I mean, that's part of the whole full armor Gundam look. Go ahead and give you a nice little size comparison so you can see him. Here he is next to a GM Sniper from 8th MS team. So you can tell he's definitely slightly larger, but still, you know, roughly the same size. Alright, I'll show you quickly the Japanese version I have in the box here. You can see this is the Japanese one in the box. Let's see if you can't get a close-up next to him. You can see basically the same thing. The one on the left here has panel lining, and this guy is more of a orangish color, and then this is more of a yellow, or vice versa, rather. This is more of a yellow and he's more of an orange. But you can see he comes with all the accessories nicely displayed in the box here. I got this guy for a pretty decent price. So, definitely one of the rare boxed figures I have. You can see him on the back here being all hardcore. Fighting, shooting lasers, shoot to whoop. Some nice little action poses. Show him and all of his parts. So yes, that is the full armor Gundam. Like I said, this guy is going to be pretty rare. So if you want to buy this guy, be prepared to spend quite a bit of money. That's the only downside to this figure. Other than that, this figure is just simply fantastic. I can't recommend him enough. He looks great in any collection. Looks great dueling it out with like Johnny Ridden Zaku or his Gelgoog or something like that. It would be pretty cool if they made an extended MSIA of this guy. I know they did make a fixed figuration figure, which I own, of the full armor Gundam, but an extended, or even just like, because he'd have to repaint him too, now that I'm thinking about it. But yeah, if they made an extended mobile suit and active this guy, that would just be really cool. I'd love to see that, or at least someone kit bash or custom that. That'd be a good idea. So this guy is very expensive. He's going to run you anywhere. Oh geez, I don't even know how much he's going to run you. I think the lowest, I think I did see one other American auction for him. It was like a buy it now for $120 maybe. I don't remember. I could be wrong. But like I said, the only time that I can clearly remember seeing him for sale is when I bought him, and I paid a pretty good amount for him. So definitely worth picking up if you can get him for a good price. I mean, I wouldn't pay too much money for him, but then again, I mean, look how awesome this guy is. I mean, seriously. But yeah, so thanks for watching. Subscribe to my videos if you like them. I will have more Gundam reviews up today and tomorrow and for the rest of the week and so on and so forth. But until then, thanks for watching, and Semper Fi, Marines.